And hello, everyone. We are live post debate coverage. Very, very interesting indeed as to the debate tonight. We're going to unpack a lot of stuff that happened and we're going to get your thoughts on it. I'm going to be putting your thoughts on the screen and what you thought of the debate, on who won the debate. Most people are saying right now that Kamala Harris won the debate. And hello, everyone watching. If you're watching on Locals, if you're watching on Facebook, many people are saying that, yeah, Harris won the debate, but they're saying that it was ABC News really that won the debate, because many people are claiming, saying ABC News is biased. And in this situation, ABC News did fact check. They fact checked Donald Trump at least 4 or 5 times, but they did not fact check Kamala Harris one time at all. So I want to know what your thoughts are about this. Let me know in the comments below, and it'd be really interesting to see how all of you feel. And I'm going to put some of your comments up on the screen. So I want you to all go ahead and write your comments at the bottom of the screen right now. Teresa says, ridiculous. She went after his heart and feeling, which they are experts at. She's a procedure, and that's why they picked her. She was acting like she's in a courtroom. Trump energy is far from his heart. He has absolutely no reason to be running for president. He's accomplished enough in life. He sees through the BS. D. Cardillo on YouTube says Trump was debating all 3 of them. Amber Lee Brady says no one won the debate. That's according to Amber Lee. Jamie Johnson says Trump won. She had a few talking point moments, but she lied so much. He did well. Okay. Another person here says President Trump won the debate. She was fact-checking all her lies. She was not fact-checked on all her lies. So here's the question. I want all of you to try to, I know many of you are Trump supporters. Some of you are Harris supporters. Is there any way to put that aside? What I try to do is put that aside, and I try to think, what would the independent voter, what do they think? And if there's any independent voters right now in my chat, please let me know if you are an independent or any of you not decided yet on who you're going to vote for. Because the big question I have is, Trump supporters, they're going to support Trump. Harris Democrats are most likely going to support the Democrats. But there's a big portion of people who, not a big portion, actually a small portion, who are independents. So Amy, you are the perfect person I would like to talk to right now. On the screen, there's Amy says there was no context to either party, no facts. I am an independent. So Amy is commenting that she's an independent. Amy, did this convince you to vote for someone or not vote for someone? Shiznitz on an independent who values my vote more than spending it on either of these two. Okay, so an independent right now who's saying that they're not going to vote, or at least for these two. Alicia, I'm an independent that has supported Trump since 2016. Okay. Someone, Tsunami, says Harris won. And you would go along with what everyone else is saying. There's most of the people on polls are saying that Harris won the debate. Now, when you're saying that, did ABC News help her win the debate? Did they help her win the debate? That's the thing. Grump Gardner says, if voting changed anything, they'd make it illegal. Emma Goldman, a Russia-born activist. Let me look at some more of your comments here. Linda, I'm an independent and turned it off pretty quickly when Harris started off with lie after lie. So, Linda, you're not a Trump supporter. You're not a Harris supporter. Have you decided who you're going to vote for? Very, very interesting. Rochelle says, I think she was well prepared and ABC helped her. Well, we're not going to know that. We're not going to know if that's true. That, it very well could be the case. There is no evidence that happened. But I'm just very, very interested to know, what all of you thought about this. David Carvaletto says it was 3-1. And that's the issue I have with this as well. Being I worked in the mainstream media, and I agree. Fact checking is fine. Fact checking is absolutely fine, but you need to fact check both candidates. And there was one instance where Kamala Harris talked about the crime statistics and she was wrong. She lied. the FBI, there are many big cities across the country that are not reporting their statistics to the FBI. So that's just one thing right there. Let me see. Amanda Hawkins. I'm also an independent, and that was a train wreck, and nothing got answered about the future, what would look like for either of them. So a lot of you are saying that you didn't get any answers whatsoever. Patricia says, no, all he did was lie, and she did that to distract from the fact that she has no good policies and no accomplishments. I would say President Trump won the debate because all she did was lie, and lies don't win a debate. Okay, there you go. Let me see. Amy says the moderators were completely biased, and yes, I believe if you could tell, it seemed as if they were favoring Kamala Harris in the debate. But once again, and thank you for everyone who's watching on locals and Facebook and Twitter and Rumble and all the people who are watching on all my platforms right now. I'm live on all of my platforms right now, by the way. It was a very biased debate, says Rhonda. Very, very sad indeed, according to Rhonda. And this is a big, good question here. Jennifer, is there any legitimate proof about the pets being eaten in Springfield? I wish she wouldn't have brought that up. There are citizens in Springfield who have talked about that and who are alleging that, but there is no proof from the police department at this time. So I'm sure more investigations are going to be going on about that. But he probably should not have brought that up. That was not a good look for Trump. And I know some of you Trump supporters might be upset at me, but his goal was to win over the independents. He already has Trump supporters, and he's never going to get Harris supporters. What he needed to do was get the independents. Did he get the independents tonight? That's a big question. Someone says biased. They let Trump talk all over Kamala. They did let Trump talk quite a bit, but they fact-checked Trump. They did not fact-check Harris. Judith Hall, I will say this. My daughter is 16. She watched the debate with me. She knows multiple times Harris refused to answer questions. You're right about that. Harris also refused to answer. She would answer them, but she would never really give a direct answer. If you're trying to make independents do what you want them to, then you're going to have some long days, says Shiznitz. Yeah, exactly. Diane says neither one of them brought up the 60,000 dead from fentanyl. It's a good point. They did not, and the moderators did not ask about it. And the moderators should have asked about that, because that is one of our biggest problems in this country. And I don't even think they talked about mental health as well, and that's a major issue in this country. Amber Lee says Kamala did a great job with body language and facial expressions. If I didn't know the truth, I would be in favor for her. She spoke well to the woman with an emotional touch. So there you go. Amber Lee, I believe, is a Trump supporter, but she is admitting Kamala Harris had a very good evening and did very well. So from what Amber Lee is saying right now, I have a feeling that this will turn the tide a little bit more for Kamala Harris. Let me see here. Julie says Trump won. ABC let her get away with all the lies. Well, the problem is, Julie, many people are saying Trump did not win. And is that because of ABC? Is that because of ABC? I want to ask Steve, Steve, I put this comment on the screen right here. He says, I'm an independent voter. I think ABC helped Harris. I wasn't going to vote at age 72, but may change my mind. If I do, I'll vote for Trump. Harris and Biden haven't done anything. There was a woman arrested in Ohio who stomped on a cat. Okay. The cat part. Yeah. We don't know if that's exactly true or not. Trump's a horrible debater, says Shiznitz. Yeah, he did not do as well as he did, obviously, in the Biden debate. But I think now most of you know why they removed Biden from the debate. Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala. It's over, folks. Trump is done, says Ducamps Rook. I really could care less who Taylor Swift endorses. But the problem is, I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do. I watched the body cam video about the cat. I did see that, actually. I did see that. I think that he shouldn't have brought that up. because independents are going to think probably that he's lost his mind. And people who really aren't involved in everything that's going on, and people who don't know everything that's going on. Because you have to think about, a lot of us here in this chat right now, we watch a lot of the news, and whether you're a Trump supporter or a Harris supporter, you all, what's going on, but a lot of Americans out there have no clue. So if an independent or someone who usually doesn't watch the news turned in and watched this, they may favor Harris. Or are they going to think that ABC was not fair? Mike says Trump. You can definitely tell she was rehearsing. The questions were given to her in advance, and see her at the debate, the DNC. Once again, we don't know if that's true. There's no proof that that's true. Trump got emotional about the attempted assassination. Harris smirked. Well, that's not good. Not good at all. Taylor Swift is a demon minion. Hey, we're all entitled to our opinion, and that's what makes it really great about things. Scott Stillwell, thank you, Scott. How are you doing? Trump spoke the truth. Harris had nothing but smoke and mirrors, says Scott on Locals. Andrew on Locals says it was tough being that it was 3-1. I give credit to Trump. Someone said it was a setup, 2-1 ABC. There you go. So, but what will this do when it comes to the vote? Will this change the vote come November? And most of the polls, even Fox News, I know a lot of you don't like Fox News, but they're saying that it was Kamala Harris got the win. I think all of the networks are saying that Kamala Harris won the debate, but you do have to preface that by saying, did ABC News help her win the debate? James Little says Trump won because his words had real substance. I care about the things he was talking about. Kamala, not so much. Well, James, you're a Trump supporter, it appears. What about the independents? What about the person who doesn't know? Is there anyone watching right now who doesn't know who they're going to vote for? I would be shocked in this country if there's anyone who doesn't know who they're going to vote for. You could probably hold the election today, and I want to know if there's anyone out there who does not know who they're going to vote for. Shiznit says, from a third person point of view, Kamala is winning this election. That's what Shiznit says right there. Isabel says ABC helped her. Well, I absolutely agree with that. I agree ABC did help her. And when they asked her some questions, some of them were formed not as confrontational, I would say. Sarah Walter, to win independent voters, Trump needs to stick to the issues and lay out his plan. He did that a little bit tonight, but he got caught up. He got emotional. He got angry, and that did not look good as well. Anthony Hudson. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? Kamala is losing this election, says Anthony. And Anthony, I know how you feel. I know what you believe. But the problem is with the media, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, they are all saying now that Kamala won and she dominated this debate. So if you get the average person, are they going to see all of that? Are they going to believe all of that? And is Harris going to win? I think there's a strong chance that Harris will win in November. I think there's a strong chance that'll happen. Lisa says Trump fell into the trap. Trump fell into the trap. Isabel says the media all reads from the same script. They do a lot of times. They do. And when it comes to politics, there's consultants like Democrat or Republican insiders who are texting the anchors about what to say, how they feel. Amber Lee, to those who don't know, she won. She was very well prepared. I heard a little Obama come out with, it's the first time for a change. Anthony Hudson, the media has to ask Trump about Kamala's race. Is that the best they could come up with? Yeah, and that's one thing there, and it is fair because Trump brought it up, but for ABC to ask that question, I don't want to say it was leading in a way, but Trump opened it up when he said that himself. So sometimes his words get him in trouble. Yeah, and here's something I agree. Power over love, someone said. Yeah. Harris just called for a second debate, says Alicia. Yeah, I just heard that. I just heard that a little while ago that they called for a second debate. Called for a second debate. And if I was Trump, the second debate needs to be on Fox, actually, or News Nation. I would love News Nation. They are very much independent, and I believe that News Nation would probably be the best. Fox would be biased. ABC is biased. I think News Nation would be the best on a debate. I think they would be really good. Cody says just stay home on election day. I don't think that would help anybody, staying home on election day. I don't think that would at all. Lori said, yes, a second debate. Second debate. You're thinking you would like to have seven debate. Anthony said Trump had a point when he said Kamala isn't going to do anything she says. If she was, why isn't she doing it now? That's a good point. And the ABC, the anchors, the moderators really didn't push Harris. They pushed her once about her flip-flopping, and they should have done it a lot more than that. A lot more than that. Linda says, we've seen the death of journalism in the last 7.5 years. Linda, and that's one reason why I walked away from the mainstream media, honestly, Linda. And here on wherever you're watching, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, I don't trust those platforms whatsoever. So I encourage all of you to sign up for my free newsletter. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, they do not show all of my content out to people. So I want you all to sign up to my free newsletter, because I will put stuff out in my newsletter and investigations that I cannot do anywhere else. I am live on Locals right now. So that's really where it's at. Locals is really where it's at. But for everyone else, sign up to my newsletter. Please support me there. I can really use the help. Thomas, if you believe that why are you here? Why are you here? Thomas, what are you referring to, Thomas? Not sure what you mean. For the second debate, Trump better wear an earpiece because she had one today. I don't know anything about that, but I will look into that. Some of you have been asking me about her with an earpiece. Why am I here on Facebook and Twitter? Because I have a large audience here on Facebook and Twitter, and I want to be able to reach everybody, even though Facebook and Twitter, I don't like them. I like Twitter. I'm good with Twitter, or X. I'm good with X. Facebook, I'm not a fan of, but you have to play the game. Anthony Hudson, why do the Democrats keep pushing Trump in Project 25 when he publicly said he doesn't support it? Because it sounds good. Because it sounds good. Build your own. Good luck building my own social media platform. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a computer expert. I do not have millions and billions of dollars to build my own platform. I know you say anything is possible. Yes. And I kind of am building my own platform right now because I'm on Locals. Deanna, it's just a matter of time before your radical left take your country. Wake up, educate yourself, catch up with international affairs and what they are doing with your country. Okay. Lindsay, Project 2025 is their scare tactic. We're getting lots of comments. Lots of comments here, and I really appreciate it. So who won the debate? It appears as if Kamala Harris won the debate. But did she get help from ABC News? And when I say that, I mean, did they show a bias towards her? Sorry, I'm just posting something just now. Trump spent 2 minutes defending how great he is when he needs to ignore and ask questions. I interviewed Trump twice, and Trump is who he is, honestly. Donald Wong says Kamala won the debate. That's what many people are saying tonight, that Kamala did win the debate. Good night, Anthony Hudson. Good night, everybody. Good night, Anthony Hudson. Now, Anthony Hudson he tells it like it is. Anthony Hudson right there. He tells it like it is. He's an average guy who cares about all of you. That's what Anthony's about. It came up in the debate tonight that Harris and Walz are gun owners. Why does that scare me? Yeah, that's something new. I didn't know about that. And I don't think the networks had a time to fact check that whatsoever. Jurassic Jeep Jenny says, If Kamala gets in, we are done, according to her. So lots of different definite bias, no fact checking for only him, says Betty King. Betty, you're absolutely right about that. I believe Trump was fact checked 4 or 5 times. Kamala Harris, in some of the things Trump said were not true, but Harris said things that were not true as well, and she was not fact checked. So that's very true. Divided we fall. Very, very true. We cannot us divided. Other countries are loving it, seeing us divided. Sorry, I'm just texting someone here. The world will keep turning on. Inflation won't stop. The middle class will shrink, and socialism will spread. America. I hope socialism does not spread. He should have asked what kind of gun she owns. That would have been a good follow-up by the anchors. What kind of weapons do you own? That would have been a very good follow-up indeed. Nuggy, she found it like I can't say that. Nuggy. We're also live on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X right now. As a country, we have to think about our children and grandchildren. That is what Judith Hall has to say. And I guess Judith Hall, the question would be, does that mean you support Biden or you support, I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Do you support Harris or do you support Trump? Jennifer says, I think it all comes down to we better off 3.5 years ago. So yeah, lots of different thoughts, and I just wanted to come on here to get all of your thoughts. Thomas, good night, Thomas. Talk to you later, buddy. And once again, for those of you who are watching right now, if any of you are fed up with the media, I am encouraging all of you right now to sign up to my free newsletter. I have a lot of investigations that I'm breaking over the next few weeks that I cannot put on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. I will send them out in my newsletter. Click the link that you see in the chat, in the comments. Click that link, sign up to my newsletter. If you're watching on Twitter or X right now, screenshot the screen and go back later and sign up to my newsletter, because I have some investigations about schools, security, government, a lot of stuff happening that I cannot post here on this platform. So please sign up to my newsletter, support my independent journalism. Let's see here. Oh, I love X, Twitter. I love it. Free speech. Absolutely. Belinda, I have your free newsletter, hoping to change to paid soon. Belinda, absolutely. If you're able to, Belinda, that's absolutely fine. If you're not able to, God bless you, because the country is going in some bad areas for many people. Okay, I put the link on the screen right now for any of you who are watching the screen. Go ahead and look at the screen. It says davebondy.substack.com. Or if you want to just Google my name, Dave Bondy, Bondy, Substack, you can become a paid subscriber. Or if you're not able to, you can become one for free. It's absolutely free. Scott Stillwell, poll numbers or who won, lost the debate doesn't matter. We must get out and vote on election day, according to Scott Stillwell. Judith Hall, you live in Ohio. You live in Springfield, Ohio. So what are you seeing, Judith, in Springfield? Let me know in the comments. I'll put it up on the screen. Lisa, Kamala's in office. She could have already made the changes she claims on doing so. Yeah, that wasn't really brought up tonight. That really was not brought up tonight about the fact that she really could have done those things. Jennifer, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Yeah, it really means a lot. Scott Stillwell, if we want to save America, we must get out and vote for Trump. But there's a lot of people who don't feel that way, and it's very interesting as to what the news anchors are saying about. Yeah, hello, Aline. How are you doing? Aline or Ellen? Sorry if I mispronounce it. Kelly, all she did was bash Trump. Trump shared positive information. She's a douchebag. Spelled wrong, but that's okay. D. Cardello, good night. God bless you and your family. God bless you and your family as well. We're going to end this in just a little bit, everybody. I got to get up early in the morning, but I figured I would have a special edition of my show here. We are live on Locals, Facebook, Rumble, uh, Twitter, and YouTube and Facebook. We're live on all those platforms right now. And just wanted to get what everyone thought of the debate. Lori Tuttle, she's not the boss. She is second in command. You have to follow the boss. That is according to Lori Tuttle, which is absolutely true. She cannot make changes herself. But then again, a lot of people think that Biden was not really even in charge. It doesn't even feel like he's in charge right now because we don't see him much. But he technically is the president of the United States. Belinda, what is worse, a liar or someone who did what they said they would do in office, voting for Trump, says Belinda. But that's the question. What is this going to do for the independents, for the independent voters? Are they going to back Aline? Okay, are they going to back Trump or Harris? It's really interesting as to what's going down. Teresa, as a mother of a half Guatemalan, half American child that was married 10 years. I can honestly 100% say there's good people everywhere. I've traveled to Guatemala several times. We did everything legally and with love. The immigration project today is sickening. You meant immigration. Yeah, there are great people everywhere. Absolutely. Isabel, I hope you can sign up to my newsletter. Isabel, if you can become a paid subscriber, I would really appreciate it. If you're not able to become a paid subscriber, that's fine. Everything I put out is mostly free. But the paid subscribers help me what I'm doing. I walked away from the mainstream media. I was working in it for 25 years and I said to heck with it and I walked away and now I'm independent. So if you can click that link on your screen or if you're watching on X right now, I'm not sure if the links come up. Screenshot this right now and if you can see my link, sign up to my Substack newsletter as a paid subscriber for $5 a month or you can do it for free. You can absolutely do it for free. Amber says Trump won the debate. Sarah says Trump won the debate. Now, are you saying Trump won the debate because you're a Trump supporter? Or do you honestly believe Trump won the debate? That's the thing I want to know. I do not say publicly who I support. I do lean conservatively, but I do know conservatives that are voting for Harris as well. Let me see this right here. Candace says Harris had signed off on all of Biden policies and the border is on her. You are right about that. The border is on her. She was put in charge of it. Judith. Hey, Judith, you're in Ohio right now. Can you send me a direct message, Judith? I'd love to have you on my show to talk about what's happening in Ohio. Mike Johnson, I saw a prosecutor, Harris, operating in a courtroom that already has decided who wins. So it seems like ABC News was the judge and the jury, apparently. Thank you. Judith Hall, when you send me a message, tell me you are the person from Springfield, and I'd like to have you on the show to talk about stuff. Amy says, as an independent voter, I didn't see him fight tonight and call out the current administration policies or lack thereof, Amy. Well, he did, Amy, but maybe that got lost with the ABC News fact checking at a time. Harris putting CTR in our school and gender. Candace says that. She has not done that, I believe. Yeah, that's President Biden, but she is part of the Biden administration. Sarah says the mics were muted, but she kept speaking out of turn, trying to aggravate Trump, and he just stayed unfazed. She also would put down Trump. He should have put Trump down. Yeah, he did get agitated. We'll admit he did get agitated. He didn't remain calm in certain situations. She did get to him, but he was probably also upset because of the way ABC News was handling the debate. Obviously, very interesting how they handled the debate, and many are saying it was just not a fair debate. And I will actually give my opinion and say I wish they would have fact checked Harris at times as well. It would have been nice if they would have been able to fact check, Kamala Harris. Sorry, just got a message. Just got a message from some people. Belinda, President Trump did address specific issues, but it's hard to debate 3 against 1. So the Harris campaign is calling for another debate. They're calling for another debate, and I'm just wondering if all of you, would support another debate. Would you want to watch another debate? I would. I'd be open for it. I'd be willing to see what's going on. We're going to end this at 11:50 p.m. We're going to end in 2 minutes, everybody. I got to get going to bed, and a lot of you probably got to get going to bed too. I got to be up around 6:30 in the morning. So, Shiznitz, young people are stupid. Her words. That's exactly what she said. Sarah, let's have another debate. Let's have it on Fox News. I think they should have the next debate on News Nation. News Nation is completely independent. Not completely independent, but they're probably the best out there. Jennifer, a lot of videos and pictures out there, and AI can make anything look real. You're absolutely right about that. The debate was frustrating because all the lies on Harris' part, says Lisa. The problem is ABC News did not fact check Kamala Harris. They did not. And like I said, I do not back any candidate publicly. I will never say that I am going to vote for anyone. I'm just here trying to give my thoughts, give you the news. I will admit I lean conservatively, but I will call out Democrats and Republicans. And I'll admit Trump did not have a good night tonight. But I think that was also because ABC News didn't have a great night themselves. For them, they did, but they kind of steered this in a different direction. Bobby K says many issues were not discussed. That's true, Bobby K. Harris, do another debate, make it fair and right. I don't know if it'll ever be fair. I would say News Nation would probably make it the best on News Nation. It would be fair there. Harris played the race card as well, says Candace. Aline says the media is corrupt. Oh, Aline. Yeah, Aline. The media is corrupt. And before I let you go, everyone, now that you're saying that, if you like what I do, my independent journalism, I want all of you to sign up to my newsletter. It's absolutely free. I put the link in the comments. If you cannot see the link in the comments, screenshot the screen right now so you can go back later and type this website in, davebondy.substack.com. You can sign up for free. You can be a paid subscriber for $5 a month, and that would help fund what I'm doing, but you don't have to. Belinda says, I would not want another debate. They're so biased, so it's worth, especially when it comes to accusatory rather than giving real solutions. Lisa says, Dave Bondy for president. I was actually asked to run for Congress in this area where I live. I was asked to run for Congress, and I said no. They need a debate hosted by Dave Bondy, says Darwin. I would do that, and I would be fair. A lot of you would not like me. I would be fair, but I would let the two debate each other, honestly. Lori Tuttle, thank you, Lori. Yeah, because if you're going to fact check one, you have to fact check the other. And tonight, ABC News did not do that. They did not do that. Okay, everyone. Well, I'm going to get going. I really appreciate all of you for being here. It means a lot to me that you're here and supporting me. Once again, sign up to my newsletter if you're able to do so. I really appreciate all of you. Have a great night, everyone. Continue to follow me. Sign up to my newsletter because that is really the only way you are going to stay in contact with me, because Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of these other platforms, I may not be around anymore. Scott Stillwell, you are right. You can sign up on my locals community as well, my locals community or my Substack. You'll get the same thing on both. Darwin, thank you, Darwin. I appreciate it. I encourage you to become a paid subscriber for $5 a month. You don't have to, but I encourage you to do so. That can help me continue doing what I'm doing here. So, okay, everyone, have a great night. Prayers to all of you.